One.
Hello and welcome to our time-controlled assessment. Introduction. Over the course of this presentation, there will be discussions over the project management, how the user requirements will be used to work towards creating a successful system. Furthermore, looking into design and modeling regarding alternative technologies and user experience with those selected, as well as model frameworks for understanding when developing.
For section 1, question 3, briefly describe and reflect on how your project team communicate, including the medium, frequency, and participation. Through the use of Asana, a project management system, we have been able to successfully include all members of the project team to communicate, assign tasks, and include important information that can be reached. The tasks on Asana are separated into subtasks. This has been done to allow each member to identify which tasks are assigned to them, as well as to eliminate confusion. The graphic team do not regularly participate within Asana, although they are aware of the documentation and resources that are available. Facebook has been a huge advantage to the communication between the group. Due to conflicting schedules, physical meetings with all members of the group has been a constraint, although the project team has frequently been able to use social media to discuss tasks, deadlines, and general interaction with one another about the project, which has been a great advantage. This has enabled the group to keep in contact between timetable schedules.
Question 4. Justifying one of the most essential technical user requirements and one of the most important design criteria requirements of the app your team has identified and how this relates to each other. As part of the bug-safe place, an important requirement that the system must meet is the availability to register an incident. Registering an incident will involve fields that must be filled in by the user with details regarding the situation that has developed. There is a technical requirement to ensure that there are enough field space and sections for the whole process of the incident to be recorded, such as personal data, what happened and how it was resolved. The essential field being used, the client felt that it would offer a less complicated recording system, so the data entered is better organized and stored. To complement this idea of storing the data to a database, the client requires a tagging system. The design approach to this technical requirement. The design below demonstrates a field organization for the system. The design is simple and offers essential data entry options which were required. The design does not show signs of being overcrowded. The design offers the user the required space needed to complete a task and record the details they need for the system to complete its purpose.
Question 6. Section 2. State 3 alternative technologies that have been considered for implementing the app. With this, we're going to look into Java, Python, and PHP. Firstly, on Java, the limitations of using JavaScript is lack of interactive source level debugger, limitations to its security model. It cannot access local data and make system calls. No inclusion of templates or function pointers or blocks. The benefits of using Java are: it provides a simple interface for the users and developers. Java is a platform which is independent. It provides facility to write once and it runs anywhere. It uses stack allocation, which assists the data to be stored and easily restored. On Python, the limitations of using Python are: it's slow and open to anything, meaning it's difficult to protect the code. The syntax is complicated, although it's simple to adapt to. And the benefits, the code for Python is very easy to interpret. It allows for a more productive coding environment to develop prototypes quickly. On PHP, the limitations are security, as it is open to everyone and everyone can access the code, this can result in a weakness in which to destroy it. It's not suitable for large application systems as it's not very modular, and PHP is a weak type. On the benefits, open source system, which is free and widely available. It's a cross-platform software which enables operations across various operating systems. Examples like Linux, Unix, and Windows platforms. On support, PHP is very popular, and there are a number of references and guidelines available on the internet and in forums or discussion panels where PHP is much more discussed. On embedding, PHP easily embeds into HTML, makes it very easy to convert an old existing static website into a bold and new dynamic one. Question 6b. Present how the technologies which affect the user experience in relation to the design elements of the app. With the different technologies available, there is a selection of styles that can be used to offer a greater experience through the design process. With the understanding of what is suitable for the project, the graphic design department are currently been developing designs and things that will allow exploration into what will be most suited for the website application. HTML tables and CSS frameworks are more common features that can be used within technologies, such as Java or ASP.NET. HTML tables offer a simple and basic layout, with the use of containers which will allow the website application to become organized and set. CSS frameworks allow ease of developers while creating a stable and professional theme for the website application, while organizing the information included within the system that can be amended to offer a simple or more complex experience for the user. Based on the current development designs for the system, there's availability to either use HTML or CSS frameworks. Diagrams attached in the report. With using HTML tables, the navigation can be sectioned to the left, leaving the other data entries to be split into tables where field elements can be implemented. Although with using a CSS framework such as Bootstrap and the theme, an overall loop with the system will allow the user to experience a professional style system that offers the simplicity as with the HTML table style.
Question 8. Provide a model diagram representing the key elements of the system framework you are likely to adopt and of the architecture where used. The diagram demonstrates how the MVC architecture structure is communicating with the database along with the other elements of the architecture. MVC requires the user of clients, models, views and controllers which make up the 4-tier architecture, which can be seen below in the diagram. The buck safe place system will require a database system to store information about the users using the system with each location needing a unique login account. Along with this, an overall administration account must be implemented to allow amendments to be made to the data the system holds. From the diagram, it is outlined which data is needed to make relations within the database so the system will be fit for purpose. Thank you for listening to our presentation for our TCA.